Here at the Danes Domain, we're on a quest to find the cutest dog in the world and groom them. Today's contender is Miles, a senior Maltese mix who is getting a full groom. He's joined here today by his brother Benny. Let's get started. First, I'm going to get him prepped for the bath. I'm going to start by cleaning out the ears with cotton balls and an ear cleaner. I'm going to gently place some cotton balls into Miles's ears to help prevent any water from getting into his ear canals during the bath. It also helps dampen the noise of the bathing process. Now I move on to the nails. Miles's nails are short and up to the quick, so I usually only need to clip the dew claws. Then I round off each one using the Dremel. Once I'm done with the nails, it's on to the bath. The first step is to mix up my shampoo. I'm using my Super Sudser, a recirculating bather which mixes the water with the shampoo, filters it, and then sends it back out of the nozzle. This helps save water and reduces the amount of manual lathering I have to do. Now I'm going to apply the shampoo. I like to use the citrus-based degreaser, which helps remove oil from the skin and coat. I'm making sure to get shampoo onto every inch of the dog, focusing on paw pads, underarms, under the tail, and the chin. Miles's face needs extra attention, so I'm going to manually apply some of the degreaser, making sure not to get any in his eyes and not to let him eat too much because it can make him sick. I'm using a flea comb to remove any crunchy bits, which is a technical term, from the hair around his face and mouth. Next, I brush his teeth. I'm using a vanilla mint flavored enzymatic toothpaste, which has somehow been the preferred flavor. The last step before rinsing is to check the anal glands and express them if needed. Now, on to the rinsing. First, I'm going to check the cotton balls and replace any that have gotten wet. When working around his face, I make sure to avoid getting water into his eyes, nose, or ears. Just like washing a car, we want to start from the top and work our way down. I need to be thorough. Any soap left on his skin can cause irritation, so I have to make sure to hit all of those hard-to-reach areas, under the chin, below the tail, in the underarms, and the paw pads. The first step in drying is to towel dry. I try to get as much water off of Miles as possible, now, before moving to the blow dryer. The blow dryer is going to get Miles the rest of the way dry, but on full power it can be very loud, so it's important that those cotton balls stay in place. I also make sure not to blow any air into an ear, up a nose, or into his eyes. You can see me blocking a lot of those areas with my hands. Once he's 90% dry, I'll finish him on the table and make sure there's no moisture left in his coat. I start the brush out with my slicker brush, removing any tangles, mats, or snags that the clipper might get caught on. Next, I use the 30 blade on my trimmer to shave out the paw pads, which can help give Miles better traction on slick surfaces like hardwood floors. I switch to the 10 blade on my trimmer for his face. I like to scoop the corner of the eyes, shaving the hair around his eyes to minimize eye boogers and remove any tear stains. Last, I do his sanitary, shaving between his legs and under the tail. Miles gets a zero comb all over, which keeps him neat and fluffy. He's got pretty wavy hair, so I go over him several times. On to the scissoring. I use my curved scissors to help achieve the round shape of his teddy bear face. It's important to always be aware of where your scissors end. You don't want any rogue dog tongues or ears slipping in, and you definitely want to know where the dog's hair ends and your fingers begin. Now I move to my straight scissors. Once Miles' face is looking cute, I move on to the legs and the rest of his body. And that about wraps up Miles's full groom. Here is the before and the after. Miles is a good boy, one of the best I've ever met. He looks great and is a joy to work with. By our metric, that makes him the cutest dog in the world. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.